Hello, scholars. It's Miss Yabut here. Wow, you all rocked your very first Google Forms lesson yesterday working on quotation marks. Today, we'll continue getting to practice quotation marks, so I know that you are going to show so much hard work. Let's go! Today, your objective is to use commas and quotation marks in dialogue. Remember that dialogue are the words people say when they talk. Friends, as a reminder, you need to watch each video as we go over it today. You won't be able to move on to the next page without getting some answers from the video. Some of the answers are exactly as I show them, so we need to be listening very carefully. Next, you'll complete the guided practice with me. Again, a lot of these answers will be in our videos. Third, you will complete your independent practice on your own without a sibling or a parent. Then you'll click submit and mark as done. Scholars, yesterday I noticed some questions that we got a little tricked on, so let's go over them today. Which sentence is correct? Already I am seeing some. Tell me. Yes, dialogue. Remember, first I need to find and underline that dialogue. Now that I've underlined my dialogue, I notice that it's at the beginning of the sentence. So I need to make sure that my quotation marks go around only the dialogue. Scholars, I noticed that on the last question, I don't see the quotation marks going around that dialogue. So I already know that can't be the correct answer. I also noticed that in letter B, the quotation mark starts at my dialogue, but it also includes my clue word. So that can't be the answer. That leaves A and C. I love seeing my friends on Zoom, Kalel yelled. Friends, this is where we got a little bit tricked. These are very close, but I noticed for letter A, the exclamation point is outside of the quotation marks. Remember that quotation marks need to go around the whole dialogue, including the end punctuation. So the correct answer here is letter C. Show me a yes if you got that yesterday. Good. Let's look at this question. Remember, our first step is to tell me. Yes, underline the dialogue. Easy peasy. I see that said is my clue word. What did the mom say? Remember to work on Lexia for 30 minutes. Now, just like the last question, this dialogue is in the beginning. So I need to ask myself, does it have an uppercase letter? And what end punctuation should it have? I also need to make sure that it has quotation marks around the dialogue. I already noticed that letters A and D did not have the quotation marks all the way around the dialogue. So let's look at B and C. Friends, just like the last question, there was a very small difference between these two dialogues. For letter B, I see a period, and letter C, I see a comma. Scholars, remember, whenever A piece of dialogue is a declarative sentence, and usually on its own it would end with a period. I don't use periods in dialogue when they come in the beginning of the sentence. I have to use a comma, not a period. We don't have periods in the middle of the sentences. So my correct answer was C. Show me a yes if you got that. Very good. Scholars, for this next part, you will need a blank piece of paper and a pencil. If you need to grab those now, go ahead and pause the video and do so. Good. Let's read the sentence. Miguel thought that red car is sweet. Friends, you have about 1 minute and 30 seconds to write this sentence and correct it using quotation marks, our end punctuation or commas, and make sure we fix any capital letters. Get ready and go. Ten more seconds. Wow. Great job, friends. Let's check out our sentence. Scholars, notice when I read, I'm looking for any clue words and the dialogue. My dialogue is that red car is sweet. Show me a yes if you got that. Good. Remember, dialogue is the words people say when they talk. Dialogue is the words people say when they talk. Dialogue is get ready, go. Yes, you got it. I knew that this was the dialogue because our clue word was the word thought, which is a little bit different. I know that clue words show someone's words and can also show someone's thoughts. So even though that red car is sweet isn't being said, Miguel is still thinking it. It's still considered dialogue. Another clue word that could show thoughts is wondered. Scholars, is the dialogue at the beginning or the end of the sentence? Say it loud through your computer. Yes, it's at the end of the sentence. Do you remember my quotation mark chant when the dialogue is at the end? Tell me. Yes, let's say it together. Clue word, comma, quotation mark, uppercase letter. Let's use those rules to fix our punctuation and uppercase letters. Miguel thought clue word, comma, quotation mark, uppercase letter. That red car is sweet. Miguel is probably feeling really good about his red car, which is why I thought this showed feeling. This is an imperative sentence which ends in an exclamation point. And finally, friends, notice how I made sure the quotation marks go around my whole dialogue, including after the exclamation point. Show me a yes if you got that so far. Great job, friends. Scholars, this time we'll try something a little different. We are going to be practicing typing this sentence. Let's go to our Google form. Scholars, in order to type in our correct answer, to make a capital letter, I know that I hold the key Shift with my pinky and then my letter. So Shift M to make a capital letter. Then I'm going to type Miguel thought. Now I'm going to type this key for a comma, space. Scholars, in order to make a quotation mark when I type, I'm also going to hold that Shift button like I do with capital letters and press this key with my pinky. Shift. That red car is sweet. I hold my Shift button and press the exclamation point here. Don't forget your end quotation marks. Go ahead and pause your video to type that. Miguel thought, that red car is sweet. Let's go to the next question. Which sentence is written correctly? Remember, my dialogue is at the end, so I need to think clue word, comma, quotation mark, uppercase letter. I noticed that letter A has a quotation mark in the beginning. Miguel thought clue word, comma, quotation mark, capital letter. And I noticed that my quotation marks are around the dialogue. Not around the dialogue. And don't get tricked, scholars. The quotation marks go around the dialogue, including my exclamation point. So the correct answer is B. Scholars, get your scrap paper ready. You'll try this sentence next. You will have 2 minutes to write down our sentence with the correct punctuation and type it in our Google form. Remember, you can always pause the video if you need more time. Get ready and go. 10 more seconds left, scholars. Great job. Let's double check our answers. I'm looking for that clue word that shows dialogue, and I notice that I see the word said. What did the boy say? Goodbye. So, if he said goodbye, I know I need to put quotation marks around the dialogue. Scholars also notice that usually this might be a word that ends with a period by itself. But because my dialogue is in the beginning of the sentence, I need to draw a comma. Show me a yes if you got that. Very good. Let's write that in our form. Remember to use your pinky and the shift button to draw the quotation marks. Goodbye, said the boy. Scholars, if you need more time to type your answer, go ahead and pause your video and do that now. Great. Let's check out our last question. Which sentences are written correctly? Select all that apply. Ooh, friends, don't get tricked. Whenever I see the words select all, I need to make sure I'm using my pull codes and checking every single answer choice. Letter A. Remember to work on Lexia for 30 minutes, said her mom. Agree or disagree? Is this sentence correct? Scholars, if you showed me a disagree, go ahead and kiss your brain. Yes, ELA Masters, I know that you saw that period in the middle of a sentence after my dialogue in the beginning. That should be a comma, right? So it can't be letter A. B. Goodbye, said the boy. I see my quotation marks and my commas here, and we just had that answer choice here. So let's go ahead and mark that correct. Miguel thought, that red car is sweet. If you showed me a thumbs down, give me a pound it. Yes, this is incorrect. Remember, my quotation marks go around the dialogue, including end punctuation. The exclamation point should have been inside the quotation mark too. D. I love seeing my friends on Zoom, Kalal yelled. Agree or disagree? If you showed me agree, give me some high fives. Yes, the correct answer is also D because I see that my quotation marks go around the dialogue, including my exclamation points. Scholars, if you need some time to put in your correct answers or type your answers, go ahead and pause your video and do so now. When you're done, you're all ready to click next.